I am offering this poem by Chimmy Santiago Baca. Now we are going to see the author introduction. Baca was born in Santa Fe County, New Mexico in 1952. In childhood, Baca read and write to compose poetry in exchange for cigarettes. He received the American Book Award for Poetry in 1989 and Hispanic Heritage Award in Literature. Baca's most recent novel is A Glass of Water in 2009. Poetry expresses our deepest feelings. His poem is about how and why poetry is so important. It's published in 1990. The speaker is so poor he does not have money, but he has some warm, fuzzy, cozy lines to offer his beloved instant. Poetry is spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings. Now we are going to see the text. I am offering this poem to you since I have nothing else to give. Keep it like a warm coat when winter comes to cover you, or like a pair of thick socks the cold cannot bite through. I love you. In this stanza, Baca explained, poems not only gives us one, it provides us with thick socks and a scarf for our heads. The speaker begins by saying that he is offering the poem to you, since he has nothing else to give. So in the poem, the speaker directly addresses a lovers as you. He has nothing else to give suggests that he is telling us something about the speaker's poor socio-economic status. He does not have such money or material wealth. The speaker tells his beloved to keep the poem like a warm coat for the winter or like a pair of thick socks that can protect from the cold. That the poem is something that is protective, it's warm and snuggy like a written snuggie. The cold is not pleasant, not if we don't have warm clothes. In this second stanza, I have nothing else to give you, so it is a pot full of yellow corn. To warm and belly in winter, it is a scarf for your head to wear. Over your hair to tie up around your face, I love you. In the second stanza, Baca says, that is the world that the beloved lives in his harsh and dangerous. The cold can kill us after all. He says his poem is a pot full of yellow corn to warm your belly in winter. He does not say his poem is like a pot full of corn. He says that it is a pot full of corn. A warm pot full of corn sure hits the spot on a cold winter's night. The speaker wants to protect his beloved from his environment. The poem is represented as something warm and cozy and protective. It's almost intimate in the way it touches the beloved's hair and face like the hand of a lover. The repetition of words I love you not only structures of the poem, it also gives us a sense of just how much the speaker loves his sweetheart. He loves her so much that he can't stop saying it. Keep it, treasure this as you would if you were lost needing direction. In the wilderness, life becomes when mature, and in the corner of your drawer, tucked away like a cabin or hogan. In dense trees, come knocking, and I will answer, give you directions, and let you warm yourself by this fire, rest by this fire, and make you feel safe. I love you. In this third stanza, Baka says, the speaker tells his listener to treasure this poem, to use it as a guide that provides direction when she lost in the wilderness of life. By saying that life becomes a wilderness when mature, the speaker also suggests that life gets harder as we grow older. The poem tucked away in the corner of a drawer, which is where his beloved keeps it, the way you might store and keepsake that has special meaning. He compares the poem sitting in a drawer to a cabin, any cabin among trees, and then he imagines the beloved coming to knock at his particular cabin door. He tells beloved warm herself by his fire and he makes her feel safe. The speaker repeats again to his beloved that the poem is all he has to give her. But he says the poem and his love by extension is all that anyone needs to live. At this point, the poem and the speaker's love are clearly interchangeable. The poem is love. It's all I have to give and all anyone needs to live, and to go on living inside when the world outside no longer cares if you live or die. Remember, I love you. Love is poetry and poetry is love. Without them, we can't survive. The speaker tells his beloved to go on living inside what you ask. The last possibility makes sense to us. His poem, like his love and his imagined cabin, is a place that can offer protection to his beloved. She is going to need it, of course, when the world outside is hostile and doesn't care if we live or die. The poem affirms the relationship between love and poetry. The words I love you mean what they say. The speaker loves his sweetheart. But these words are also a part of the poem that the speaker is giving to his sweetheart. So the poem is love and the love is the poem. It is the moment in which the speaker is overwhelmed with the love that he so wants his loved one to keep forever. The repetition of I love you emphasizes his feelings and the emotion increases with each time he says it, almost as if he never wants his loved one to forget how much he really loves them. Thank you.